Hey everybody, and welcome to the next map that I'm going to play, which is Honoghr. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but I was very lucky that Battlefront was still performing correctly this morning, so I thought I would do another batch of map reviews. Alright, here we go. Actually, you know what? So, as you can see, actually a pretty compact, small map revolving around, well, it's not really a lake, it's more of like a pond, really. Though it's very compact, it is very full of assets taken from different environments in Star Wars. And there is, even though this map is very small, there is a lot of vehicle activity, though. That will, of course, create a lot of chaos. People might like that. Oh. Don't have the feeling that they are dominating, though, as there is quite a lot of cover for infantry. Though that is mostly at the lake. The spawn points themselves have covered with buildings. So some turrets. We got some Megiddo architecture in there as well. Of course, some Tatooine. This obviously is a very good sniper position. And in a way, it is very reminiscent of deathmatch games like you had on a PlayStation 1 or Nintendo 64, where, of course, the map couldn't handle, or where the game engines could not handle very big maps. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, as, like I said, because it's so compact and because there is so much activity there to do with vehicles, turrets, blah, blah, there's always action going on. And what's very interesting as well is that there's actually a quite good variety in terms of environment as well. Whereas I said it would revolve around that lake, but when you go to stick to the south, it's almost as if you're fighting in Tatooine itself. Now you see again what I've been talking about in multiple videos, where there's a very good sense of balance, where there are 3 spawn points on each side, and there is one in the middle to the north that actually can make a difference. You can use it to flanking, but it's also the one spawn point that will start the taking away of enemy reinforcements, and that is a aspect that is very, very important. It's not a necessity for a map to function well, balance-wise, but it can create a good number of strategy. I mean, one could argue that for perfect balance, every side has the exact number of spawn points, and no additional spawn points to capture, or an even amount of spawn points to capture. That's also a possibility. But because there's only one here, and it is actually in a position that is good and in the middle, though it's to the north, that does create opportunity. And it is also kind of cool that it is fairly well covered, as you can see, by the rocks and stuff. Though a sniper could easily pick off a few targets from here. You know, if you would have put it in the middle of the lake, it would be too chaotic, and it wouldn't really have too much of a strategical value. Teams would compete for it, then hold it for a few seconds, and then they would lose it, because that place would just be bombarded with grenades, rockets, turrets, vehicles, you name it. Yet with this, there is actually a fairly good chance of taking that, because what will happen is, since there's such a huge number, well, not huge number, but a good amount of vehicle, is that the vehicles will actually concentrate on each other. Oh my god, we're already defeated? Wow, alright. But they will concentrate on each other, while infantry then will compete for that remaining spawn point. I actually really liked it. I'm kind of surprised that it got away so quickly. So download link will be in the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time.